Hi guys. Hopefully I'll have you guys come in and just start telling me where you're from, and I'll just get this set up over here. I actually my iPad has problems, and like it drains power every single day. I'll charge it and it'll be at 100, and then all of a sudden it'll just be dead. So anyway, I had to borrow my son's iPad, and it's really small, so if they can't read your questions as well, just know I'm trying. So just let me see if I can pop it on here really quick, and then I can see your questions and we can start. So okay, awesome. All right, I've got it on here, and hopefully I'll be able to see your questions really good. It's a lot smaller screen, but that's okay. So welcome. My name is Megan Crandall, and my company is called Wishing Well Wreaths. And I really love, I came into wreathing, Deco mesh wreath making about, like 4 or 5 years ago, and I just absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I love to teach it. I had a degree in elementary education, and I still love to teach. It's one of my favorite things to do. So I'm just here tonight, and we are going to make a really fun Deco mesh cat wreath. And it was kind of a request, and I saw it, and I thought it was so cute. And I just kind of figured it out on my own. So hopefully this will all work well tonight. And never made this before, but I'm trying to be brave, and I'll try and talk you guys through it, what I'm doing, so that it's a tutorial so that you can understand the process. And I popped on here earlier today and told you like some of the supplies that you might need. So maybe some of you are doing it with me. So that's fun. And I will show you what I've done already to kind of prep a little bit. I didn't do too much prep because I wanted you guys to see the whole process, but I did a little bit of prep. So, hi Gladys, hi guys. Yeah, and as you come on, if you don't mind, like my page. Sometimes some of you guys are like my coolest followers, but you haven't liked my page yet, which is totally fine. But if you want to like my page and share, that would be awesome. That's like my little tip jar, and I appreciate it greatly. And I have a ebook coming out really soon. It has 7 hours worth of video tutorials from everything from where do I shop to how to make the basic wreath tutorials, the basic wreath methods, attaching signs. It comes with a list of where you can find all the people on Facebook that have their cute little signs and who have the cute character wreaths, like this witch wreath behind me. This is called a character set, and you have to get them from special people. They're hand sewn characters, and so you have to get them way in advance. And so I wanted to show you, so in the book there's an exclusive designer list, and so I give you all the names of those, and then you also get 10% off your first item purchased if you have the code from purchasing the ebook. So if you're interested in that, there's a link in the description to click on my tutorials. To click for my mailing list, and I mail you guys out tutorials frequently, and so I'd love to have you join that. And let's get on with the fun project. So, the first thing we're going to do, hi Mildred. So the first thing that I did was I got a 10-inch, so I had a 10-inch roll of black mesh, and all I did was I cut it up into 10-piece squares. Let's see, I was going to show you. Okay, so they just look like this. okay? So it was just a 10-inch thing of mesh, and all I did was I used my utility mat right here. And if you are going to be doing wreath making for, you know, you really want to get into it, I suggest getting a big utility mat. They're also called self-healing mats because you're going to end up cutting on it all the time. So you basically just roll this out, and then you take your rotary cutter, which these are really nice. You don't have to have a rotary cutter, but it's nice to have one because it cuts a lot easier. And all you do is just lay it down and then cut it in 10-inch strips, okay? So that's all you do to cut your mesh. So that's all I did. That's all I did. I just cut my mesh into 10-inch sections. And just for your info, tonight thanks for sharing, guys. I appreciate it. Tonight we're going to be using the Ruffle Technique. It's a method that you can use to make a Deco mesh wreath. And so just know that for your own information for tonight. And we're going to be talking for a little while because there's a lot to cover. So the next thing that you'll need is a normal wreath base like this. I got this at Hobby Lobby. Thanks, guys. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Valerie. Thanks for sharing. I appreciate it so much. Okay, so this is just your standard wreath form. I got it at Hobby Lobby. You can get them at Sims Pottery. You can get them at Craft Outlet. They're actually probably better quality if you get them at like Sims Pottery or Craft Outlet or those places. But, you know, I kind of just go with what I have. And so anyway, I got this at Hobby Lobby. It's a normal wreath base. So, and then since we're going to be filling the inside of the wreath, this is just like plastic canvas covering. Can you see how it's kind of got these tiny little mesh squares in there? So all you're going to do, hi guys, thanks. I'm glad you're joining me tonight. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind sharing, that would be awesome. And we're making a cute little black cat tonight. So you just need that. It's kind of like, it's like canvas. I got it in like the quilting sewing department. People usually do stuff with yarn with it. And all I did was I cut it on the edges so it came in a square rectangle form. And all I did was I just cut the edges off a little bit so that it would kind of fit around my wreath form a little bit more. And then all I did was I used a few little zip ties and I just like zip tied it on here in a couple of places. Okay, so that's all I've done so far. And then earlier today I told you that you would need like a 1/2-inch foam ball. And I got this at Hobby Lobby. And so this is going to kind of be like the head of the cat. Okay. And we're going to stick it on there, and I'll show you kind of how we're going to put his head on. But I think what I'm going to do first, and hopefully this is the right order, I'm going to put the ruffles on the base first, and then I'll put the head, on after. So anyway, so you need to have, you know, your little half circle. Okay? And the other things I'm going to use for the project, I actually ended up making my own little black ears because I was a little bit nervous that I had bought a headband from Walmart that just had these little cat ears on it, just these little teeny tiny ones, and I didn't think it was going to be quite big enough, and so I just made a few of my own, really kind of sloppy. I just kind of cut some triangles and hot glued them together, put a little stuffing in there. So, you know, you guys could do a lot better than this, but it's kind of what I just had on hand. And then we're going to be using some ribbon for a cute little ribbon around his little neck. And we'll need some black pipe cleaners to attach stuff with. And then I have this cute little pom-pom for a cute little pink nose, and I got some big fun little googly eyes for his cute little eyes. And you can't see my face because of the live sign. I'm not sure. My friend Christina is on here. Maybe she can help out a little bit with that if you're having an issue. Because on my end, I can't really see anything that is in the way. So I'm sorry. So yeah, so just, you know, cute little pink nose. So pom-poms for that. And then we're going to be using these floral pins. And they're just, they look like these U-shaped pins. We're going to use them for putting the mesh into the styrofoam. So they just look like this. They're like these U-shaped pins, and you just kind of stab them down into the styrofoam. So that's what we're using. Those are all the supplies. And okay, so let's get started. Okay, so first thing to do is I just pull out all of your your twist ties, okay? And a normal wreath frame has 18 ties, and so you got 10 on the bottom and then 8 around in the center. So what we're gonna do is, it's really easy. Again, this is called the Ruffle Technique, and wreath makers, this is one of the basic methods that wreath makers use. So we're just gonna start ruffling. So again, like I told you, I cut like a whole bunch of mesh. I cut up a whole roll of this, and then I cut up a little bit extra. So we might need 2 or 1.5. Okay, so this is how you do the ruffle technique, okay? And since we're going to want a fluffy cat, we're going to want to have about 2 to 3 ruffles in every tie, okay? So to do this, all you do is, you see that how the mesh just kind of wants to go down like this, kind of wants to follow the roll of the pattern. So all you do is I kind of fold it under so it has like a tiny little edge to it first, like this. And then all you do is you just lay it down and you scrunch it up in the middle with your fingers, okay? So that it looks like this by the time you're done. So you kind of have like this cute little bow tie, this cute little ruffle. Okay. All right. Hopefully people can see as best as possible. So you have like a few different things that you can do now. You can put these into the twist ties as you do it. You know, so you just twist it in this way. I'm going to use this, and you don't need this. It's just kind of a helpful little tool. It's called a bodabra, and it helps to make bows. It helps you tie bows, but it's also really convenient and nice to hold items for you before you stick them all into the wreath at the same time. So I'm just going to shove it down here inside the bodabra and do another ruffle. Like I said, I only acquired that knowledge to do that in like maybe the last month. So you don't have to use that. You can just, you know, ruffle up your mesh and, you know, like twist it into your twist ties right up front. This is just kind of a faster way to do it. So, again, all I do is I just kind of fold it under a little bit, and then I just pinch it up into the center, and I just go up into the center. Hi, Brenda. So glad. Oh, good. I'm glad we're in the same time zone. Okay, so all I did was I ruffled 3 of them together. Okay, so here's how 3 of them look together. It's kind of a nice big bunch. So all you do is, I usually do my outside layer first. And so you just take your twist tie like that, and you're just gonna stick your ruffles in the twist tie, and then you're gonna wanna pull the twist tie pretty tight, okay? And then you just twist it like that, okay? And again, you want to twist it pretty tightly so that it kind of, you know, puffs up. Oh good, I'm glad you guys can see it. It's always a little concerning. Hoping that you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna sit here and make ruffles. And so I will try and answer any questions you have as I sit here and ruffle. These little Modabra machines are really cool. It has saved me a ton of time, and especially if you have hands that, you know, you have arthritis and stuff, it's great for holding like ribbon for your bows and things. You can get them at Walmart, Amazon, you know, the craft stores. They're probably a little more expensive there. Okay, Debbie, what size do I cut them? I cut them 10 inches. So it starts out with a 10-inch size. It's 10 inches tall, and it is, and so you just want to cut squares, okay? So it's, you know, 10 inches tall, and, you know, then you cut it 10 inches wide, okay? So here's my next 3. So all I'm going to do is just take them out and put them in my next twist tie. And you want to pull your twist tie pretty tightly, okay? So pull it tight, and then just, Hi Kenna, how are you? Kenna is also an amazing wreath maker and designer. You guys need to go and check her out. She does tutorials too, and she's really amazing. So go follow Kenna. Okay, so I am just gonna sit here and ruffle for a little while. Oh, Kenna, you're really good. She's like, I'm making her blush. She's really good. She's really good. All right, so what are you guys up to tonight? Besides sitting here watching me. Is anybody doing anything exciting? Is anybody, okay, like, give me a thumbs up if you think that you would make this fun project. This one's really cute because it's kind of like shaped like a black cat. Oh, when you have a sign. Okay. So I have like a whole section on that in my ebook on how to, oh, thanks for the likes, guys. On how to prevent your signs from smashing down when you're at a sign, and it's hard sometimes to have it so that it doesn't smash down the mesh. The best tip that I could give you on that is, number 1, you want to use probably this technique that I'm using right now, and you want to use mesh that's stiffer. So you want it to have foil running through it. So like the stiffer the mesh that you have, and the more mesh that you have on the wreath, the stiffer it's going to be, and so it's going to hold it up a little bit better. And the other thing that I would say that helps is don't, you know, yank the snot out of your sign trying to get it when you're, you know, you're wiring on the back. Sometimes people really yank the snot out of those wires. So just don't yank it as hard. And if you have a stiffer mesh and you use like maybe the poof technique with the ruffles, with some ruffles scattered in there with it, it usually helps with making it so your signs don't smash down as much. So that is my tip on that. Oh, awesome, Patty. Thanks for sharing. She said she just shared Kenna's tutorial for somebody who needed help. So that's awesome. We are all about sharing each other's stuff. It helps you guys out more if we share each other's information with you all. And so that's why we love it when you share us also. I like to teach. I love to teach. And so I really like it when people share so that I can reach more people and help more people. So, oh, okay. It's the mesh holder. Okay. So it is called a Bodabra. I wish I had the box still. But it was so funny because as we were editing my book the other day, I was editing it with my dad, and it was so funny because he's like, what is a Bodabra? And so it's actually, yeah, it's spelled like that, Bodabra. But it's a Bodabra, and it's actually used to make bows, but it kind of helps to be able to slide, you know, especially when you're doing this technique with the ruffles, it helps to be able to slide it down into something to hold it for you. You could do the same thing with like a clothespin or a chip clip. I used chip clips before this. They're not that expensive, you know, like try eBay. See if somebody's, you know, trying to get rid of theirs. They are bow makers, so they do help you tie bows too. I have my one go-to bow that I use all the time. It's called the Funky Bow, and I learned it from Julie Samako of Southern Charm Wreaths. And she taught me how to use it, and I use it all the time because I'm really terrible at tying bows. And also there's the Pro Bow, the hand, and that one is awesome for helping you tie bows as well. So, oh, how many did I put in here? Oh, somebody just said, Beverly said that you could get it at Walmart for like $13. Like I said, it's not very expensive. So, and it's worth it because it makes it go a lot faster. Yeah, Carolyn, if you were to do, I've done that before. Carolyn's just saying how she would measure out, instead of cutting them into groups of 10, cutting it into like 30 inches and then ruffling up the whole 30 inches at once. That is that's a great idea. I do that sometimes. The only reason that sometimes I don't do it as much is when you have 3 separate ones, you can kind of stack them like in different directions, so it kind of gives it more of a ruffly look. But you could definitely just, do 10-inch, like a 30-inch one and ruffle it all up at once. So you could definitely do that. So this is just the me method. Oh, see, Kenna likes to do the 30-inch, so maybe I should try that one and do that a little bit more frequently. you know, it's just, you tend to do what you learn first. And so I kind of I learned how to do it this way. So I'm teaching you this way, but that is definitely a good way to try and do it. So, and so just as I'm sitting here ruffling this, if you want to join my mailing list, I do these tutorials about so I do 2 a week, and sometimes I'll email out some of the tutorials to the people on my mailing list. And if you want to find out about my ebook that's coming out pretty soon, I give you information in there. So you can click on the link that's in the description and join my mailing list. You can leave your email address in the comments. It's just a little bit harder that way because I might miss it. So if you can, maybe Christina can pop the link in there for me. And just so you guys know, you can get to any of my other tutorials that I've done. All you do to get to them is when you're on your Facebook page, so you would go to my Facebook page, which would be Wishing Well Wreaths, and there, over on the left-hand side, there are a bunch of words. Like the first one will say posts. No, the first one says home, and then the next one says posts, and then the word right under that is videos. And if you click on videos, it opens up all the videos that I've done, that I've ever done. And so you can go back and watch them that way. So if there's, if you want to go back and watch some tutorials that you've missed, that's where they are. I really need to start a YouTube channel so that I can switch them on over there. I'm meaning to do that. I'm meaning to do that and like a bazillion other things all at the same time. It's like, oh, I want to start this and I want to start that, and then it's like, well, it's Christmas season. I got to start making my Christmas wreaths. So how many of you guys do the craft fair thing, or the boutiques, or have some scheduled? Post, like, give me a thumbs up if you, so give me a thumbs up if you, like, if you sell at the boutiques, and give me a heart if you like to go to boutiques. I think some people do really, really well at selling at the boutiques. So I'm always interested to know which, if you're like a boutique person that likes to go as a customer, or if you're a person who likes to go as a someone that's selling. So, oh, thanks, guys. Now I know I'm not up here by myself talking to myself. Oh, thank you for sharing. I appreciate that, Kimberly. I really, really appreciate it. It's kind of my little tip jar. And then I can, I like to come on here. If you guys have, I have, a long list of fun ideas that I want to teach you to do. But if you have any, like preferences or things that you're like, oh, I really want to see how to do that, go ahead and, leave your ideas in the comments. And I will try and schedule them. If there's any, fun Christmas ideas, I'm looking for Christmas ideas to show you guys to do. They've got So the other day, I was in Hobby Lobby, and I showed you like all the tips of how to do like the Hobby Lobby shopping, like how it works with all the coupons, and I gave you a few tips on how you can save money with flowers. So if you missed that, like I said, you can go back and watch it. You can go, you know, find my other videos in the section where I told you, or you can just scroll through. You know, you might have to scroll for a while, but you could find it. And I just kind of took you through Hobby Lobby and showed you kind of the fun stuff that you can get there. They have some really fun ideas. So if you are a wreath maker, I suggest don't just stop with wreaths. It is pretty easy, and you kind of want to have like different price points for people. Is to go ahead and try and make some centerpiece items too. It's not that hard. When I was growing up, my mother did all of like that decorating type stuff. Like to this day, I do not know how to sew. It's really scary when you put fabric into my hands because I'm not very good with it because my mother always did the sewing, and she actually passed away about 7 years ago from brain cancer. So I don't have her around to help me sew anymore, but she used to do all of this. She used to do like all of the floral decor, decorating and things. And before she died, I wanted her to help me decorate my house with, you know, doing all the flower centerpieces and things, because I was like, I can't do it. And, you know, after she had passed away for a while, I was like, you know what, I really want to do it. And people would tell me, Megan, you're basically making, you know, centerpieces by, you're just making them flat, so they're like on the wall. So go ahead and try doing a centerpiece. So I tried a centerpiece and found out that it wasn't that hard. So go ahead. I do teach, you know, I don't just do tutorials on wreaths. I do other fun ones on centerpieces and things like that. So there's just another, you know, tip for you guys. If you're, you know, a wreath maker and you want to sell more, that's a good tip. Yeah, it was hard to lose my mom. But when I got into wreath making, probably 3 to 4 years after she passed away. And the thing that I love the most about making wreaths is it's a place I like to call the zone. And it's one of the reasons why I wrote the book. Is I have like chronic pain issues that I deal with. I have foot problems and back problems. And so anyway, I needed something to distract my mind, to get me to focus on something else besides that I was hurting all the time and I was sad and depressed. And I said my loves are I love to craft and I love to teach. So I kind of found Deco mesh wreathing, and I loved it so much because it just kind of takes your mind, and all of a sudden you're so focused and concentrated on, okay, what flowers look good together, or how could I make this look prettier? What material should I use? What flowers will look good together? And I do sometimes feel like my mom's just there saying, try this one here, Meg, or try sticking this one over there. And so I fill her with me. I never, like I said, I could never do the centerpieces when she was here. But now that she's gone, you know, I feel close to her when I do it. So I hope that you guys, you know, one of the reasons why I wrote the book was I wanted to give other people their own zone. So if I can share with you guys how to get through some of life's difficulties by making beautiful things, then I have accomplished what I wanted to do. So, sorry, got off on a tangent there. So all I'm doing, I moved to the inner ring, and getting to the point now where, wow, you guys might end up seeing me cut my mesh. Because I don't know if I cut enough. This is a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be, so I guess we'll see. Oh, I'm sorry, Mary. It's really hard to lose your mom. Oh, so you made a wreath for her funeral. That's very sweet. It is hard to lose your mom. No matter what age you are, it's hard to lose your mom. But, you know, we all have stuff that we go through, and wreathing is one of the things that helps me get through, you know, difficult things in my life. So, just find out what it is for you. I find out if I've discovered that if I have a craft or if I have a project in mind that gets me out of bed in the morning, that's really helpful. And then the other thing with creating is, you know what, we're all women, and we have this insane need for like validation, and we don't always get it. So we kind of have to self-validate. Anyone know that feeling? Give me a thumbs up if you know that feeling. I really, really like it when I finish a wreath and I look at it and I go hang it on my door, or I start to take pictures of it, and all of a sudden in my mind I'm going, wow, I did not know that I had that idea in my brain when I woke up this morning. And that's always very rewarding and validating. So, so whatever you need to do to find your little project or your little zone, go ahead and do that. Okay, so I have gone through all of the twist ties. So now I am going to, we're going to need to put some in the center for his tummy. So I will show you how to do that. You're going to want some black pipe cleaners. Yeah, Rhonda, it's very rewarding. We could use a little rewarding in life, right? Okay, so this is how full it looks right now, okay? So now we just need to fill in the center. So what you're going to do is I am actually going to show you guys how to cut 10-inch mesh. Because there is definitely not enough in there. See, so I told you I hadn't done this project before. So I wasn't sure how much mesh it was going to take. So right now it's looking like it would take about 2 rolls. I cut up like 1.5 earlier. So, so anyway, this is how you cut mesh. So it's always going to want to roll up on you like this. So you want to place like a heavy object on one end and then another heavy object on this end, just so that it won't like roll on you. And then you just cut every 10 inches. Okay, so what's in the center right now? It's a plastic canvas. I wish I knew the exact name. If somebody knows the exact name and can hop in here. It's a plastic canvas, and it has like this netting stuff in it. And I just got it over in, you know, like where they have like the yarn and the embroidery stuff. I just got it over there. You know, and you could also, if you wanted to and you didn't want to get the plastic netting, you could always grab some pipe cleaners and kind of make, go across the sides of the wreath, you know, kind of in like diagonals, and then add pipe cleaners and make another layer. That would work too. This is actually the first time I'm using the plastic canvas stuff, so we'll get to learn and see how it works together. My grandmother used it when I was younger. She would make Christmas ornaments out of it. And she would put yarn through it, is how she did it. And so we'll see how it works. So we still have like old Christmas ornaments that are made of that plastic canvas stuff. So I will try and get like the exact name of it, and I'll let you guys know. And here's a trick when you're cutting mesh. If you have, you know, if you're going to be doing a few projects, that is to cut it like 3 rolls at a time. And it just makes it go faster than cutting, you know, cutting 1 roll at a time. You can cut it a lot faster. If you do it 3 at a time. And this is also why having, you know, like the longer utility mat is helpful, because instead of only being able to do 2 at a time, I can cut 3 at a time. So if you had, you know, like the smaller utility mat, you'd have to, you know, you'd have to keep rolling the mesh back and forth. So, and especially when you're working with the longer mesh, so the 21-inch mesh, you're going to want to have the longer utility mat to work with, because you have to, you know, when you're cutting the 21-inch mesh, you're cutting it all the way up. So, okay, I think this will be enough. After, I'm just going to cut these last couple, and hopefully this will be enough for what we want, and hopefully 2 is enough. Okay, sorry, I gotta take a drink really quick. Okay. So here we are, back with the plastic canvas. So what you're going to do is you're going to take, I'm just taking a black pipe cleaner, and I am threading it through the little plastic holes. Okay. And what I'm doing is I'm going in between the twist ties that are on the inner ring. I'm pulling my pipe cleaner in between the two twist ties. Does that make sense? Sure, Inez. Here's the back. That's what it looks like in the back. Okay? So I'm just going in between the twist ties so that, you know, I'm getting a fuller wreath. If you just keep stacking them like one on top of another, you're going to end up having to put more in here. Okay, so you're just going to poke it through two holes. So on the back, it looks like this. See, so I'm just pulling it through on the back like that. And now you can see I have my little tie right here. Okay. So I'm just going to continue to put the ruffles inside. And the fun thing about this black cat is it's really, really easy. It's not that hard at all. If you have, yep, I'm gonna put three ruffles in the pipe cleaners too. So exactly the same as what I was doing before. Just, you know, doing the ruffle technique, putting 3 ruffles in at a time. Yeah, we're making a fun black cat. So he's going to have a fun head and a cute little tummy. So we're going to be making him a cute little head to go on there. Good things to come. Okay, so all I'm doing the same thing. I'm just pulling out my 3, and I've got my pipe cleaner. So I'm just going to twist it on here. And again, you know, kind of want to pull it tight. Okay. I think actually what I might do is, well, I was going to say, maybe I'll put all my pipe cleaners in first, but then I might not be able to find them. So I'm just remember to try and go in between the 2 twist ties. Okay, and again on the back, can you see how I'm just threading it through? See, like that, I'm just pulling it through. Okay, so that's all I'm doing. Okay, and then just grab your mesh like that and just continue to do ruffles. Now, like what I'm doing right now, I'm basically making a ruffle wreath. These are really fun, especially if you use like different colors. I really like the Ruffle Technique because I like the fun edge that it gives. Sometimes when you're just using, when you're just doing like the poofs, when you're just doing like the poof technique, it just is kind of like really hard lines, really round, hard lines. I kind of like the ruffles kind of give it a little bit more elegant of an edge. So usually, so I did a Facebook Live last last Tuesday where I did a whole Deco mesh wreath the way that I do them personally to make mine really full. And what I do is I do the poof technique, and then I put a ruffle into every other tie, and that really helps make my wreath look really full. And I find it that it's easier to, you know, like attach like the heavier signs and things to it, because, you know, you have more bulk in the wreath. So whoever it was that asked the question about how do I get it from not smashing my wreath, that's one of the things that I do. So if you want to go back and watch, that video, again, all you have to do is just go to my Facebook page, and there'll be, you know, off to the left-hand side, it'll say, the first word will be home, and then you'll see posts, and then you'll see video, okay? And you're just going to click on video, and all the videos it'll pop up, and all the videos that I've done will show on there, okay? So if you want to do that one, where I just show you how I make my basic wreaths, I think the picture on the outside, it's like black and white stripes, and then it has purple in with it. So I show you how to make the poof technique, the poof method with the ruffle. And that's how I get my wreaths to be so full. I like having my wreaths be really full. So, I'm sorry this is kind of boring just sitting here watching me ruffle. But it's going to look really cute when it's done. It's actually really relaxing to work with your hands. Even if it's, you know, like a repetitive motion, sometimes that's nice, because you don't really have to think about it. You're just doing the same thing over and over again. So sometimes that's the hard part about wreath making, is it's repetitive. And, you know, if you wanted to, you don't have to make, you know, the black cat this big. If you wanted to get a smaller styrofoam head, you could do that. And you could actually, you know, get a smaller base and use this basic technique, and your cat just wouldn't be as big. So you could do that too. Oh, thanks, Mary Jane. I'm glad I'm not boring. Trying to making it as interesting as possible. And again, if you guys don't mind sharing and liking my page, I would appreciate it. It's kind of my fun little tip jar. And then I kind of, it also is nice because it helps you, so when you share it to your page, it actually stays in your timeline. So then you can go back and watch it on your own timeline, and you have it there. So that's another reason to share it. So I appreciate all you guys sharing it for me. And I'm going to get a YouTube channel set up here pretty quick, so that people don't have to go hunting for my videos. Yeah, they do sell smaller wreath frames. Trying to think if they sell smaller wreath frames at Hobby Lobby. I don't think they sell them at Hobby Lobby. You can get smaller wreath frames at like Craft Outlet, Creative Gift Packaging, Trendy Tree. They have like 10-inch ones and 12-inch ones. So you can make it smaller. But I'm kind of liking it. Look, we're almost done at the center. He's gonna have a big black tummy. The styrofoam ball that I got for the head, how big is it? It's an 8-inch head. So that's how big the head is on this one. The other styrofoam balls were just so small. And so that's kind of why I ended up getting that one. And also, so that you don't have to use more Deco mesh than this, make sure that you buy the Deco mesh that has like some foil running through it, or the heavier plastic, so that it's striped like this, and not just like cheap mesh that has no foils and no lines in it, because that kind of mesh ravels a lot, or it frays a lot, and it's going to take you more of it to cover your base. I am going to be covered in black. Okay, it looks like I'm just going to have to add maybe 3 more. 3 more pipe cleaners, and then I think his tummy is going to be full enough. We're getting there, guys. We're almost done. And you know, with this plastic canvas stuff, you know, like this plastic canvas stuff I'm using, you know, you can make some really fun things using the plastic canvas with the Deco mesh like I'm doing right now. The possibilities are endless. As endless as your imagination. I know people like will cut it up into like different shapes and things and add like their mesh to it. And it makes some pretty fun things. We're almost about to get to attach the head. And then we're going to add ruffles to the head. But we're going to use floral pins to do that part. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. We are making a fun black cat Deco mesh wreath. If you are just joining. So. Okay, guys, I just have one more and I think we're going to be good. And you know, you could use this method and make like a pig or a cow, anything, a dog, you know, like anything that has a head and a tummy. I think a pig would be really cute. Alright, I'm just going to put one more in the center here. So I think it's going to actually end up taking a full, like, 2 rolls of the 10-inch mesh to do the whole project. Hi, Belinda. We are making a black cat mesh wreath, and I just barely finished making the body of the wreath, so you have only missed me ruffling. It's nothing too hard yet. I started with a normal 24-inch wreath frame, and I got it at Hobby Lobby. So that's all I've done. Oh, thanks for sharing. I appreciate that. All right. This is my last one for the body, guys. Okay, so see how I've got the whole thing covered? I've got the whole thing. It's all filled in, okay? This is his black tummy, all right? Okay, so I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and attach the styrofoam head to the body, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay. So what you're going to do is we're going to start using these floral pins now. Let's see. I thought I had some open already, but I could be wrong. So anyway, they just look like, so they're called floral pins. You can get them at Walmart. You can get them at the floral at Hobby Lobby, and just like where the floral eye, they're just called floral pins, and they look like this. So you're just going to take your styrofoam base, and all I did was I took some pipe cleaners like this, and I stuck, you're going to want to put some glue on the ends. So I put some glue on the ends and just stuck and just shoved my pipe cleaner in there on the head like that, and just hot glued it to make sure that it would stay, okay? And then I came around on this side and I did exactly the same thing. I just took a pipe cleaner, I took the little floral pin, I hot glued it first, and then I just shoved it into the head, okay? If you wanted to do it to make it really secure, you could put in 2, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to wire this to my frame, okay? And if you can, on your frame, you're just going to kind of want to wire it pretty tight, okay? It is kind of a cute idea. I hope it works. I'm pretty sure it'll work. I've wired styrofoam things onto my wreaths before, and this is how you do it. So, okay, I've got one side on there. So let me come over here and get my other side tacked down. So this one is really a pretty easy project. It's mostly just ruffling mesh. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's just kind of tacked. It's just kind of tacked on there, okay? Okay, so now what you're going to do is I'm going to try and just do like 2 ruffles and see if I do 2 ruffles with 1 pin, if it'll stay in really well. So and before I do that, I am going to have to cut just a few more rolls. I really did not think it was going to take this much mesh, but it does. So again, just go ahead and cut it every 10 inches. And having a rotary cutter is really nice. It just goes by so much faster than scissors. And if you use a rotary cutter, it doesn't tend to unravel as much or fray as much as using scissors. So I guess I should have figured that if I was going to do the whole thing, that it was going to take me more mesh than I thought. I need to get a new blade for my cutter. It's a little dull. And especially as you get to the end of the roll, it's going to want to like curl up on you more. So that's why you kind of want your heavy objects. Like I've got my bottle of water on one side, and then my wire cutters over here. Let's see. All right, so now, hopefully that's enough. Okay, so back to the head. Okay, so here we go. We've got our head attached here. You know, I might actually put a little hot glue on the back here. Just to secure it to the frame a little bit, maybe. A little bit more, but I think the pipe cleaners are going to hold it in place pretty good. You know, if we have to, we can always, you know, put some more wire or pipe cleaners on it, and it should hold pretty well. Okay. don't want to lay it back on the table and then have hot glue all over my utility mat. Hi, Tammy. How are you? We are making a black cat mesh wreath for Halloween. That is what we are doing. Okay. So the glue has dried. Okay, so now you're going to get your floral pins. And I'm going to take and I'm going to ruffle it, and I'm going to do 2, okay? I'm only going to do 2 with a 1 floral pin, okay? So you're going to stick it in there, and then I'm going to make 1 more. Oh, Kimberly, hi. My name's Megan Crandall from Wishing Well Wreaths. Thanks for stopping by. If you like the tutorial, I have a whole bunch of other ones, and you can get to them on my Facebook page. All you'd have to do is go over onto the left-hand side, and there's some words, and it says home, and then posts, and then videos. So if you wanted to watch any of my other videos, it would open them all up, and you could watch them there. So, but thanks for joining. So what I'm going to do with so to hold these in securely, I'm going to take these pins, and I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue on them, okay? Hi, Jennifer. Okay, so I just put a little bit of hot glue on there, okay, and I'm just going to go do the outer edge first. And just push it hard into the styrofoam. I'm going to see if 2 is too many. It seems to have held it fine. I think you really need to use the hot glue though, okay? Okay. So I'm going to do my next 2. Hi, Donna. I'm glad you're able to drop by. Yes, my name is Megan Crandall from Wishing Well Wreaths. Thanks for joining me. Okay, so I'm going to grab another floral pin. And just going to put the hot glue on the ends. Oh, thanks, Donna. You're sweet. And like I said, you know, try to do the outside edge as much as possible. You know, kind of do the outside edge and work it in. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up, guys. This is my first time doing this, so hopefully it's going to turn out cute. Hi, Jackie. So I am sorry. Oh, thanks, guys. I'm sorry if I'm not seeing your questions. If you have questions, I really, really try hard to go back and answer anything that I didn't answer. And, you know, if this is your first time here and you like my tutorials, I usually do 2 a week. My next one will be on Saturday. And trying to decide between doing a fall centerpiece or making kind of like a fun witch broom project. So you guys can, if you want me to do the witch broom, just say broom. If you want me to do a Thanksgiving wreath, just put wreath. Okay, so either broom or wreath, and then I'll see. I'll see who wins. I think it's really important to put the glue on the ends, because I don't think that it would hold as well. I have to say this part is a little trickier. You're trying not to burn yourself with the glue gun, and trying to push it in there hard enough. But it's starting to take shape. I'm so excited. It's going to be really cute. Once we get... I'm just like covered in black, guys. Probably shouldn't have worn like a white shirt. Okay. And having the Bodabra is like really helping. So if you don't have a Bodabra, get a clothespin or get a chip clip to hold it at this point, or else it would be really hard. And you kind of have to hold it in there for a few seconds so that the glue, you know, can dry and you can get it to hold. I know, Christina, I need the I need the finger protectors. I really do. That would be a good idea. I haven't scalded myself yet, so... And I don't think you could get, you couldn't do 3 at a time with the centerpiece, with the pins. I don't think it would hold 3 ruffles at once, so. And you guys, if you're like coming in, you can always watch it on the replay. I just won't be live to answer questions, but I'll come back in afterwards and try to answer all your questions. And it seems to be holding pretty well to the base. So, hi Jolene. My name's Megan Crandall, and we are making a Deco Mesh Black Cat wreath. And he's almost done getting all of his fur on. So now you guys all know the ruffle method really well because you've watched me do it. Hi, Debbie. again, if you guys are just joining me, we're making a black cat deco mesh wreath. And you can watch it on the replay. Or any of my other tutorials. If you just go on the left hand side and click, there's a bunch of words. If you just click on videos, it'll open up all of my video tutorials for you. And if you guys want to like my page and share this, I would appreciate it. I also have a mailing list you can join. The link is in the description. And do you guys want me to mail you this? Do you want me to mail you guys this one? Give me a thumbs up if you want me to mail you guys this tutorial. I kind of pick and choose which ones, but let me know if you want me to do this one, and I'll email it to you. Because this one's kind of fun. Okay, good. All right, I'll email this one to everybody. It's on my mailing list. So if you want to join my mailing list, there is a link in the description that you can click on. Or my friend Christina posted the link in the comments. So you can do that. You can do it there also. You can leave your email address in the comments. It's just a little bit harder for me because I don't want to miss you. I don't want to miss you. So, this is a lot of black mesh. Oh, good, Francis. Yeah, you know what? All you've missed is Ruffles. The cute part's coming up, so, yeah, you can watch the replay. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of move in closer to, I'm coming up another level. We are almost getting this guy's face covered. I'll hold it up as soon as I get this last one in, okay? Okay, so here it is so far. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. I would just plan to use, 2 to 2.5 rolls of the black. So make sure if you're going to Hobby Lobby to get your black mesh, make sure you go and get it when it's 50% off. Hobby Lobby does like every other week they switch out. So one week the floral is 50% off, and then the next week the deco mesh and the ribbon is 50% off. So yeah, Christina, it's gonna be big. But it's gonna be cute. And you know what? It's really fun because it's original. It's really original. I've never seen one before. Oh, Carla, how much is my ebook gonna be? I'm trying to keep it within, like the $35 range. It teaches you all of the methods. It teaches you like how to place signs, all the tips, like the question that somebody asked, how do I prevent mine from smashing the mesh when I put signs on there? So that's in there. It's you get to join a free private Facebook group. So you can ask me questions whenever you want. That comes with the book. There's also an exclusive designer list on there, where you get, like, I give you the list of like all the Facebook groups to join, where all the fun sign designers are, and the sign designers and like the character set makers. So like this witch behind me, this is a character set that someone made. So I give you all of those people's names, and you get a 10% discount off of your first item that you purchase from those people. So I'm trying to make it affordable, really affordable for newbies, and give you as much as I possibly can. So oh, thanks, Lynn. I'm glad you like this. Yeah, he's turning out really cute. It's gonna look so cute once we put the ears and the eyes on. Yeah, I'm thinking now that, you know, how I got the headband at Hobby Lobby for the ears. Yeah, the ears aren't going to be big enough. You'll have to probably make your own ears, or like I did, or find like some bigger ones. Oh, thanks, Diane. I hope I'm trying to be generous. Like I said, I want to help people find the zone. I want them to be able to find a place where they can do something fun that they really enjoy. And I want it to have everything in one place. I know that, you know, you have like, oh, I learned this from this person and this from that person. Oh, I forgot. If you're like me, I write stuff down on like the backs of envelopes and things like that, and then I can never find them, and I can never remember what was the name of that group that she got her sign from. So I kind of tried to put everything all together in one spot. Okay, I think I only have to do 2 more, and then we'll have him finished. All of his fur will be on. Oh, thanks, Diane. That's sweet. If you want information on it and when it comes out, if you just want to join my mailing list, I will send you all of the information for when it comes out. And if you want to like my page, you can watch me do more tutorials, and I'll also let you know when the book's coming out. I might have like a fun release party or something, and do, you know, some fun tutorials. Okay, I'm just trying to cover up where I'm going to put his little eyes. And you can always go back through here, and then you see a hole that you want to add more stuff to it, then you can. Oh, thanks, Christina. She just added the link for the mailing list again. Christina is an amazing wreath designer herself. Her company is called Virginia Wreath Company, and she's actually going to do a tutorial tomorrow night. And she's an amazing designer herself, so definitely try and catch that. So So yeah, she's from Virginia Wreath Company. And she's done some really, really fun, she did a fall swag on Saturday, and it was really amazing. So go check that one out. Christina, why don't you leave your Facebook page link in the comments so they can find you. Okay, so the body it's a 24-inch wreath frame. I'll show you the back in just 1 second. Okay, this is the last one. Okay, I'm going to try and stick it right in the center here. And again, you can always go back later, and if you see holes, you just plug them, maybe it's only, you only need one in there or something. So you can go back and, like plug in the holes. Okay, are you guys ready to see it? Okay, here he is with all of his fur on. Right now, he looks like a black snowman. Okay, so here is the back. So this is just a normal work wreath form. And then this is some black, this is some plastic canvas that I used. And then this is a half of a styrofoam ball, okay? So that's the back, okay? All right, now the fun part. We get to add eyes and ears and a bow and the cute little tail. Oh, I'm so excited. What should I do first? I think I might try putting the ears on first. Okay, so for my ears, what I did was I just took some black felt and I cut it into triangles. And then I put a little, so there's two, so you'll cut 4 triangles, the black felt. And then I just put a little stuffing in there and I hot glued them closed. Like I said, I made them really crudely. You could make them a lot better. And then I got this like headband from from Walmart that had just the little cat ears on it. I thought it might be big enough, but definitely not. So I just glued those tiny ears on the inside. But if you just had some pink felt to add in there, that would look great too. Okay, so now we're just going to put his cute little ears in here. And I actually think I'm going to use these pins to put them in. Oh, I'm glad you like the way I made the ears. It was like really fast, quick. Alright, I changed my mind. I'm going to use a pipe cleaner to do this instead. Okay, so I have this little tool that I really like. It's actually a metal punch, but it's really nice when you're trying to thread things. So I'm going to get like just a piece of wire, and I'm going to grab my cute little metal punch. So, I mean, you could just make a hole, but this is just nice. Okay, so I'm just punching a hole in the center, okay? And then I'm just taking my wire and I'm just going to thread it through my hole. Maybe. I might have to make the hole again here. Make it a little bigger. Okay. Okay, now I'll have, I'm just going to push this into the styrofoam ball. I'm just going to clip it a little bit here. Okay, so we got one ear on. Okay, let me find, oh, here it is. Okay, so I'm just taking my little punch, kind of making a hole. Then grab another piece of wire. And then just stick it down in there. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut my wire so that it's a little bit shorter. And then just the ruffles and the fluff is going to hold my ears up. So here are his cute little ears. Can you guys see his cute little ears in there? Or is it hard to see? Okay, I promise they're in there. I think you'll be able to see it a little better once I put like his little, once I put his eyes on. And you know what? You might want to pull them out a little bit so you can see them a little better. Okay, so now what I'm going to do to put the eyes on and the nose is I'm just going to cut like a little bit, like a circle piece of felt, and glue the felt onto the mesh, and then glue my eyes on top of that. Oh, thank you, Cindy. I'm glad I make it look easy. And yes, you could definitely do it yourself. It's not that hard. Okay, so anyway, I'm just going to take, you know, like I'm just going to cut out like a square thing of some felt here. And you don't have to have this big thing of felt. I just bought, you know, you could just get like a piece of black felt and that would work fine. Okay, so all I did was I just cut it, and now I'm going to glue this felt down onto the Deco mesh, and I'll have a spot for my eyes, okay? Oh, that's a good idea, Jackie. Putting the floral pins inside the ears when you're making the ears. That's a good idea. You know what, guys? I always love putting the eyes on a project. I used to paint with wood, and the project always came alive once you put the eyes on there. So, okay, I'm just gonna kind of smash that down on the felt a little bit, down on the mesh, and hold it for a minute. Yeah, put the pink around the outside of the ears. I just didn't have any pink, so I was doing it kind of fast. Okay. So now I got the pretty, some pretty big googly eyes for the cat. So I have some pretty big ones. I'm so excited to add the eyes. It's going to look so cute. Okay. So I'm just going to glue the back of this eye here. Put one eye on. Okay, and then I'm going to put the other eye on. It's looking at me now. Okay, so there's his eyes. It's starting to come alive. It's starting to come alive. I think I'm definitely going to have to go back and put some bigger pink in my ears. Okay, so now I'm going to cut another little, the little piece of felt for his nose and his whiskers. Oh, I'm glad you guys like it. It's really cute, huh? It's turning out really fun. This is the fun part, putting all like the whiskers and adding the bows. And so this is the fun part. Okay, so again, I just cut like a little square. Oh, I got the long glue sticks. You can get them at Walmart. You can get them at Hobby Lobby. Sorry guys, my glue gun's being stupid here. Gonna have to pull it out and sometimes the pieces get jammed in there and you just have to pull it out. Okay, there we go. Where did I get the eyes? I got the eyes at Hobby Lobby. They're like the biggest size I could find. Yeah, I know, don't burn myself. Okay, just kind of sticking it down here on the mesh. Okay, so you can use these little pink pom-poms for his nose. I just happen to have a little bit bigger styrofoam ball that I'm going to use. But you can, just because I didn't have like a bigger pom-pom, you'd want a bigger pom-pom with how big this thing is. So I'm just going to grab this and glue it on. Oh, you're welcome. And then you can decide whatever color whiskers you want to put on him. You could do orange, you could do purple, you could do pink. I think that I might actually do purple. Actually, I'll let you guys decide. Let me show you his nose. Okay. So you tell me if you like orange better or purple better, okay? Okay, so here he is. Okay, so do we like the purple whiskers? So that would be purple whiskers, okay? Or do we like the orange whiskers? So let me know, put purple or orange so I know which whiskers you guys like the most. Purple, purple, orange, white. I don't know if I have white. Purple, purple. Okay, I guess we're gonna do purple. The purple actually matches my ribbon that I'm gonna put around his cute little neck, so I think I like the purple too. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut these in half and glue them on one at a time. So. This is turning out really cute. It's a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be, but jeez, my glue gun is jamming on me. So I'm going to do 3 whiskers on each side. Then we're going to put a cute little tail on him. Can't have a cat without a tail. It's going to be a miracle if I get through this without scalding myself. Oh, it's pretty cute. I really need those like silicone fingers right now. Yes, you could make a smaller version. You absolutely could make a smaller version. I didn't think he was going to be this big, but I couldn't find a smaller ball for the head. And so I kind of had to go with like a bigger body. We might have to trim the whiskers. They're a little long, but it might be the right size because he's so big. And you're going to want to go back through and clip off the twist ties. Okay, you guys ready to see the face? There's the face. Do we like it? I think it looks so cute. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put this ribbon on his neck, okay? Oh, I'm glad you guys like it. I know, I think he's turning out so adorable. Okay, so now I'm going to take this ribbon and I'm going to thread it around his neck so that I'm going to make sure that it's long enough, okay? Okay, so first I'm just going to tie it around just to make sure that it's long enough. And then I'll add a bow. Okay, so I think I might I'm just going to tie this off, and then I'm going to make a bow and put it on. I'm going to put them over there while I show you how to make this bow. Hopefully I have enough ribbon. Okay, so I'm going to want a fairly long tail. Okay, so what you're going to do... So I think I'm going to make my loops 6 inches. So I'm going to measure out 14 and see if that's going to be big enough. That might be a little too big. Okay, so I'm giving him a 10-inch tail, okay? And then I'm taking my, I'm pinching my ribbon at 12 inches, okay? And then I'm just going to make a little loop like this, okay? So I'm just going to hold it in my finger like that, okay? Then I'm going to twist it. Then I'm going to lay it down again. And I measure out to 12. Okay, now I'm just putting it right underneath the one that I just did. So it's just right behind it, okay? Okay, and now I have this really cute little bow. So I'm just going to make sure I get the same length tail here. Then I'm going to cut it off. And I actually might put a cute little pom-pom on here. And then just take some wire and wire it on the ribbon together. This would also look cute if you like glued like a cute little button in the middle. Oh, it would look cute with a hat. Like a little witch hat on there or something. That would look really cute. It would make it taller and bigger. But that's a cute idea. Okay, so now I've got my bow. Okay, so I'm just going to wire it onto the other ribbon. You could make like a multi-loop bow and have, you know, more loops on here. You know, you could use more different types of ribbon. I just didn't want to spend a ton of time making a bow. Okay, so here he is with the bow. What do you guys think? Cute? If you wanted to, you could use, you know, like a different color ribbon. I actually have this fun little spider that I might stick in the... I'm going to put this little spider in the center. But you can put anything you wanted in there. I just think the spider will look cute for Halloween. I'm glad you guys like it. We just have to put the tail on and then we're done. But I like how he turned out. I think the only thing that I'm going to do differently is I'm going to get some pink felt so that his ears show up a little bit more. And you know what? The witch's hat idea is really cute. If you're to put like a cute little witch hat on there, that's a cute idea. Okay. Now for the tail, all I did was I got like the end of a floor. It had like, you know, a big floral swag on here. You could use you know, any kind of, you know, anything that's got wire in it that you can bend. You could use a couple of pipe cleaners together. And there's a couple of ways you could do this. If you wanted to, you could take the black pipe cleaner and just, you know, go around it like this. I happen to have some really fun silver tinsel roping that I'm going to use, but you could use the felt and just, you know, wrap it around it. But I have this fun black tinsel roping that I got at Hobby Lobby. I mean, not at Hobby Lobby, at Craft Outlet. And so it was just kind of sitting back there, and I was like, oh, that'll make the tail look so cute. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue this end. So I'm just anchoring this end. If I get through this without scalding myself, it's going to be a miracle. Okay, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it with this tinsel roping. And just go around it like this. Oh, that would be cute. Candy cane wire upside down. That would work. Like I said, just use what you have around the house. Just kind of wiring it up here. Then I might go down again just to make it a little bit thicker. Okay. Now I'm just going to cut it off. And I'm just going to glue this little end right here. Oh, that's a cute idea, Carolyn. You could use a boa and make it a Persian. That would be cute. Whoop! Got myself. I love the boa idea. That's a really cute idea. Okay, now, see how I just bent the top so that it has like a little loop through it? So now I can just take like I'm going to use a long zip tie. I'll probably use a couple zip ties and just zip tie it on there. You could use pipe cleaners to stick it on too. Yeah, it would show up more. I might end up going and getting me a feather boa. And I probably need like a longer, I probably should have got a longer piece of wire or something. Because the tail's not going to show as much as I wanted it to. I agree, Cindy. Bring on the silicone gloves. I think they have like these little hot glue finger things. I just don't, I don't know where you get them. Okay, so I'm just going to secure it with two of them. If you wanted to, you could put a cute little bow on his tail too. Or, you know, you could add, if you had a hard time seeing his ears, You could put, some cute little bows on his ears. That would look cute too. Okay, guys, he's all done. Okay, ready to see the finished product? Okay, so there's his cute little tail right there. Here he's how he looks. Can you see the cute little tail? Too bad you can't see the ears close enough, but yeah, that's kind of how he turned out. It's definitely a big wreath. But you would definitely want to go through and make sure you clip off all those twist ties in there. And I just think he turned out adorable. If you make one, please put it on my page so I can see how cute your cats look. This is seriously one of the funnest wreaths I've ever made. It's just so adorable. And again, you could make yours smaller. There's so many different ideas and things that you could do with it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it tonight. I hope you learned something. If you don't mind sharing this, I would really appreciate that. It puts it back on your page so that you can see it, and I'll actually email you guys a copy of this one, okay? So if you're on my mailing list, I will mail it out to you. Just make sure you open the email. And thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys on Saturday night, okay? 6 o'clock Saturday night. Okay, bye guys.